Everybody, what's happening? Happy hump day. Mirror that. We're going to be live all over the place. So welcome in. Doing a little packing. I have a little creep over my shoulder because it's summer. Just kidding. It's Eden. You can say hi, Eden. Hi. All right, we're going to pack some stuff up. Depop orders, Mercari orders, Poshmark orders, eBay orders. Let me know how it's going. It's not going to be a very long live because I did not sell a whole lot. It's kind of slow. Things are kind of slow. Thanks for coming in, Gail. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Welcome in. Let me know how things are going for you. What's today? Wednesday the 18th. So only a quick 12 days until July. And July is usually a slower month for me, but we're going to try to list stuff. Today I've got to take lots of pictures with her playing next to me. And that's it. Hey, Kings, what's up? Thanks for the heart. All right, eBay or Eden, go play. All right. She looks just like you. No. Listen, she looks just like her mom. Eden, who do you look like?
My mom.
Yeah, you look just like your mom. What's up, Cars? Thanks for coming in. Oh, dang it. Tams came in here and said, "Go Thunder." As you can see, I have a ton of Pacer stuff up. Pacers are down in the series, they're down in the series 3-2. And I think Halliburton, our main star, is going to be out. So that's where we are. Let's go, Pacers. Thanks, Kings. Yeah, I think we're out. Post offices are closed tomorrow. Thank you. Yep, you're right. Again, June 19th, tomorrow, Juneteenth, post offices are closed. So actually, I'm really glad I'm doing this packing. What's up, Amy D? Good morning, Momo. Haven't been on TikTok for a minute. Last time I was on, they gave me a warning saying you're naughty. It's because she was in here and did like a back walkover. They didn't like that. Good morning, Running Yahoo. Go Pacers. That's what I'm talking about. I know I hate that for Halliburton, but did you guys see Caitlin Clark? I know a lot of you guys aren't sports fans, but Caitlin Clark last night, they beat the team, and they are out to get Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. She's a baller, man. You can't stop that girl. They hate that she's so popular and she doesn't even talk about it. Good morning, Lisha. She's a cutie. Can you please explain what a chore jacket is? Yes, did you ask that? I'll tell you what a chore jacket is. More warnings than Poshmark. I know. Angel Reese. Yeah, Angel Reese, Andrew, does not like Caitlin Clark. But I think that's like a cool feud. If it kind of became like because WNBA is not really big yet-ish, but if Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark became like a feud, kind of like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson in the beginning, I think that would bring a lot of attention. No one to go. I know. What's up, Vanessa? Okay, chore jacket. So a chore jacket, I don't have one right here, but the best way I can explain it would be a jacket that has a canvas type of material, a type of material that you'd find in like a Carhartt, like a duck canvas. So that kind of material, you're going to look for corduroy collar and corduroy flip cuffs. And it's going to be kind of long and bigger. A lot of times they're plaid, like lined. So that's what you're going to be looking for. LL Bean, if you go to LL Bean, just type a chore jacket online. That's a chore jacket. You can also find denim ones that aren't lined, but you can get by with saying they're a chore jacket. That was crazy last night. I know it's everywhere. Unfortunately, that's just outclassed by Caitlin. Yep, she is outclassed by Caitlin. All right, what's up, Kim? Good morning. Yeah, it's fine. You can ask whatever questions you want. Okay, let's get into packing. We're going to do eBay first. As always, I'll let you know if it's a regular eBay sale, a Nifty sale, or a promoted sale, because that's how I'm really getting a lot of my stuff right now. I heard long and bigger. Yeah, long and bigger. What did I don't even remember what I said, but I say that a lot, Amy. We have the same mindset. Tid said this morning in live, new with tag Under Armour polos are pick up at $10. Thoughts? Yeah, I would say at $10, I would probably pick them up, especially if you can get them in bulk, like the same exact model, all size large, maybe 20 of them. Buy them for 10, sell them for 23 or something like that, new with tags. Remember, at Ross, Under Armour, you can get new with tags for like 22 bucks. So that's what you're competing with. But there's a lot of people in the country where there's no Ross or TJ Maxx near them. So they're going to be getting online to look for those deals. That's what's up with that. All right, Polo Ralph Lauren Performance shirt. You have your little check there. Performance Ralph Lauren always do better. A lot of you guys know that already. But there's always newbies in here. You're looking for the material. It's just going to be a stretchy material, kind of like a Mizzen and Main. It's kind of like a Lululemon. By the way, you like my Lululemon shirt? It's new. I thrifted it. I really like this style. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to, I don't think I make it anymore. I'm going to have to find some online. I was in Ross the other day. Seems like the caliber of brands they carry is going down. Good. I don't want them to carry great brands so our brands can go back up, the brands we know about. This sold for $24.30, which was a nifty sale, and it's also going international. And good news, I have my bags back, guys. I have my bags back. Thanks. Thanks for my cool shirt. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Also, I'm trying to get those LBs down, guys. Trying to get those LBs down. Still, I've been talking about it for a while, but I'm running. You know what I mean? All right. Actually, just to make my my clothes fit better, really, that's basically the point. What are your best shipping shirt bags? Got some from Amazon, and they tore easily. I do pretty well with these. There are a lot of poly mailers. I've gone through tons of different brands. Right now, these do well. These have not torn. A lot of times, some of them tear down the seam like that as you pack it. These are, if you go to surfsupfinds.com and click on my Amazon, I posted these in there. They're a specific brand. I'll show you real quick. Sorry, TikTok, you can't see this. But let's do this one because you can't see the buyer. Let's go. Yes. Oops, surfsupfinds.com. Go to Amazon. I'm just doing this to show you guys the brand. I really like this brand right here. This brand right here is my favorite. I've been buying these poly mailers for a long time. If you guys remember, I used to buy the plaid ones and everything. These are my favorite. These are big, but these are my favorite brand of poly mailers. You can get them even thicker, and they're a little bit. These are like midweight. But yeah, those are my favorite. I just ordered 200 of them, 400 of them actually. But that's what I'd recommend. You're a runner. You're a runner. You're a track star. What song is that from? What song is that from? Dang it. Why can't I even think of the tune? But I know that's a lyric. Passed up on a Peter Millar because the collar seemed a little faded. Was that a good idea? Yeah, definitely do the fade test, right? So it's easy with the collar, actually. There's two ways to look up, especially if it's a striped. You can, with the collar, you can actually just flip the collar up. And if it's a different color than the outside, then you know it's faded. That's an easy way to tell. But also just bring up the bottom seam or the bottom hem to the top. And if it's a different color, then you know it is faded. That's what I would do. And you're not getting a ton of money with Peter Millar anyway. So it's got to be in pretty good condition, like 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, unless it's got something special like a Masters thing. What's up, Audra? Welcome in the chat. Welcome in, Audra. Audra, does your son play basketball? I saw some pictures. Does your son play basketball? Haven't seen one like that. I've seen it online. That have these like numbers right here. So it has these like numbers and digits, and it's like a skew. I remember seeing them online on We Made Too Much, but I just never bought it because I didn't know how it would fit. You can't return those. Good morning. What are you doing in here? What are you doing in here, Trisha? Trisha, you still have flat lay hangers for sale? If you guys hang your items and take photos of them hanged, is hanged a word? This is Trisha's flat lay hanger. It makes everything when you take a photo of it. It's what K-Way uses. It looks like it's laying flat. It's really good hanger. So you can follow Trisha if you're looking for one of those. All right. Next item is a RLX. I just listed this. RLX. I listed, actually did a, now I think about it, I did a Google search, but I don't think it found a match. But this is an RLX. I sold 2 RLX. Pretty cheap, actually. Just in an RLX, really lightweight windbreaker jacket. I listed this while I was on the cruise, so I remember doing that. It sold for $24.99. I paid $5.99. I have 2, actually. Well, that's not many. That's not many, but here you guys go. In the chat, you'll see she put her link in there if you're on Facebook, and it will be on Facebook if you follow me on Facebook, if you're on a different site. What's up though, TikTok? What's going on over there? Anyone starting TikTok shop over there? I talked a lot about TikTok shop to people on the cruise. People on the cruise and people, actually a kid yesterday, my wife. I just feel like there's so much money to be made there. Untapped money. And following people on there that do it, if you're not afraid to show your face, I think there's a lot of money to be had on TikTok shop if you're looking for another side hustle. All right, next item is a Brooks Brothers, a repeat buyer. That doesn't happen very often. Yay, look at me. I fold my clothes so nicely. You got your Brooks Brothers little guy right there. Now, the cool thing about this is it's sold for $19.80, which is a Nifty sale. So Nifty sent out that offer. Someone accepted it, as you know. And it's a 346, which is the outlet version. So you can't see it up there, but it's a 346. So it's a cheaper version than the regular, even though it feels the same. So I got the full price that I wanted, like a regular one. 346 version of that. Do you know a website to find PGA golf course logos? Yeah, so what I do, here we go. Let's find it real quick. What I do, I just go to Google and just type in PGA golf course logos. Hit enter, and then you go to images and just click on one of these like that. Click on that picture and just screenshot that to your phone. Screenshot that to your phone. Let me see all the ones we have in here. That's actually not my favorite one. Let's go back into here. Here we go. This is probably a good one right here. Share this one instead. Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, you just go to PGA or PGA logos and you'll see a whole bunch. PGA golf course. PGA golf course logos. And you'll see a ton in there. What you're looking for. Like this one right here. Did you see right here? That's the one I sold for at that Peter Millar that I shipped with you guys over the weekend. Remember that? Sold for $34.99 compared to like $21.99. Yeah, that one. Do not be confused with knockoff hangers from other sources. Yeah, don't be confused with knockoff hangers. No one can make them like that. Those are handmade. This sold for $19.80. Like I said, Nifty sale. Bought it for $5. I love picking those up. Do you know a website to find? Does it tell you when it's a repeat buyer? Yes. So I do everything from my phone, and it says right there, repeat buyer in green. Now that's how I can tell. I can tell. So from my phone, I can tell the price. If it's an obscure price like $19.80, I know Nifty sent out an offer. It will tell me if it was a promoted sale, which it's not, or a repeat buyer, which I don't see very often. It's green. So with that, I'm going to fold it. You saw how nice. I folded that so nice. Way better than those other resellers I watched. Jeez. I'm going to put a thank you sticker on there. Better not do green. Better do like red. That way it has some good contrast. Look at that. Boom. Oh, they're going to come back for more. Look at that. Customer care right there. Customer care. There you guys go with Trisha's hanger. There's only 2 left. Trisha, Tam said that. Tam said that. She said, whoever said that, I love you. Tam said that. What % do you send out my offers, Momo? What's up? I send out my offers at 10% on all platforms. So with Nifty, I do 10 on Poshmark, 10 on eBay, 10 on Depop, 10 on Mercari. And I don't raise or lower my prices. I just simply cross list over. But yeah, I do 10% offers on those. And then I also I promote on eBay at 9%. I promote now on Depop or Boost on Depop. Both of my sales came from boosting. Girl, we see you. We see you. Yeah, we see you. Little creeper. You're like a little girl from a scary movie. Look at your eyes. Oh my gosh. Looked on your eBay store for the Polo Seersucker jacket, but haven't seen it. Oh yeah, the Polo Seersucker jacket. I have not listed that yet. Have not listed that. You guys know I get backlogged. I pull out. I'm still working on like polos and shorts and all that stuff. I do blazers kind of like in between, even though that Seersucker is definitely a spring item. I do blazers in between. I just don't like listing them too much. There's a TikTok shop link that will give you free shipping on the hanger. There you go, Trisha. Say thanks, Tams. Love you, girl. Trout bum. Eden, you're just gonna stand there creeping? Yeah? Trout bum. So this is an Orvis shirt, and it's got your trout bum right here. I don't buy all Orvis. I buy a lot of Orvis, but if it says trout bum, I'm always picking it up. Literally had to go pick this up out of your toys because it was right next to my photo station. Didn't even have time to put it away. Sold for $18.99 via promoted listing. Tam said, you too, Trish. Oh my gosh, you guys should like totally have a relationship. My gosh. Teach her how to pack them orders. Eden, come here. She knows. You want to put a sticker on? All right. This is what you're going to do for dad. Do you want to be daddy's helper when you get older?
Yeah.
I'll pay you in candy?
Yeah.
Okay. Put your sticker on. Good. Good. Faster. Yeah. All right, go put it in the pile. Good job, Eden. Great work. You're such a good one. She's so cute. Like everyone says, she's so cute. Some smart person. Yeah, I definitely give the credit to Audra for boosting on Depop. Like I said, we'll go to Depop real quick. Depop. Sold. Share that with you guys. My Depop, both of my sales were boosted. See, I'll tell you if it's boosted. Boom, boom. Boosted. Yeah, so boosted, I definitely recommend maybe doing that on Depop if your Depop sales are slow, which is probably everybody. Found a Boys Brooks Brothers blazer yesterday. Ralph Black, what's up? Thanks for popping in. Do those sell well? I'm guessing. I have sold a Boys Brooks Brothers blazer gold button. I thought it was a women's because it was like a size 10 or 12 or something like that. It wasn't. I'm like, that. The buttons are like a men's. How could this be a women's? It was a boys. She wants more work, higher wages. Let's not teach her that. We got to start this new generation, right? Harder work. Teach you it. She wants daddy. I know. All right. Next item. Ready for the next one, Eden?
Yeah.
All right. James Purse. I just did a video on this. James Purse is the brand. This is good in women's and men's, but you know, with women's, I just do it on Whatnot now. And it had all this Hawaiian stuff on the back. And I thought it wouldn't go for as much. That's probably why the thrift store put it out too. All this Hawaiian James Purse. Normally it's just a plain shirt. It sold for full asking price, $49.99. And that was right after someone kept trying to beat me up on a price. Trying to beat me up. $49.99 full asking price. You can send me your blazers if you don't want to list them.
And Daddy has a big mess and I almost tripped on it.
Oh, well, you have a big mess in there with your dolls, don't you? I know. Let's make sure it goes to Sean. All right, here you go, girlfriend. Do on the ground. There you go. Yeah, I how about I send you my blazers, you take pictures. $1 per picture, Tam. Had my biggest flip yesterday yet. What? $1,800 for a t-shirt? I paid $90. So you obviously knew it was a good shirt. $1,800. That has to be in like the top 1% of like collectible t-shirts. The 100% of collectible t-shirts, that has to be in the top 1%. Oh my gosh, $1,800. I've never sold one for $800. I haven't even sold a t-shirt for $400. Yeah, we need some deets. What was the shirt? On Poshmark, why are there so many 5-pound weight limit flat rate boxes are covered? I don't know why they're 5-pound. I don't know why they have that. Honestly, Mario, I don't know. Someone in the chat on YouTube could probably help you answer that. I don't know a ton about Poshmark other than just listing over there, cross listing, and having Nifty do all the offers and stuff. I really don't have much over 5 pounds. I don't have a lot of bundles. I don't know much about Poshmark, but I do know about eBay. In fact, I'm going out to the eBay Open for those you want to know. Now if you can just get to answer offers on Depop. It does. Okay. Oh, I learned about binding offers. I forgot what they call it. Okay. Well, let's go over there. Let's go back over to Depop. Let's see what our offers look like. Again, my problem is I got kicked off of Depop at one point, so I only have it on my computer. So selling, let's go back here. Seller Hub, I have 2 offers, so let's go over, see what those offers are. They're probably low balls. You guys know how it is. Ooh, how did I know that Quicksilver shirt that I just listed, I would have 3 offers on it already. Imagine that. Imagine that. How much do I have it listed for? $60. I have a $40 offer, a $38 offer. I'm going to counter offer at $50. And I'm not going any lower than $50 on this shirt. That does not fit you, girl. What are you talking about? Way too big. All right, there you go, Audra. We did it. Rare promotional David Lynch film t-shirt, a 90 single stitch. Promotional David Lynch film t-shirt. Ooh, yeah, those film t-shirts do really well. I mean, even like, I don't know, more in band or whatever. What's up, Gin Meets World? For the record, I'm kind of upset. I have this listed at $200. I had an offer for $120 for this Grateful Dead shirt that I paid $2 for. $120, and I countered at $150, and I never heard from the person. I'm like, I should have taken $120. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? This week I got 2 sales. Hopefully you get more. Do I go to Uptown Cheapskate store? K-Way shop went. I go to our Plato's Closet sometimes, and I haven't found good deals there, to be honest, where I live. Might be different in Florida. I feel like there's more money. The people who have come down and visit Florida and have second homes down there. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I have a 0 sale on Depop in a long time. Yeah, Depop's very slow. Try boosting your store. I boost my whole store now. Eden, you're going to be bored. Go play. Go play. I was excited for finding a vintage Patagonia shirt. That was my latest cool find. I mean, that's anything. I mean, it's hard to compete with an $1,800 item, right? I'd be excited to find that too. That was your buddy. I'll tell you this. Yesterday, my buddy Jack, we trade. Like I've told you guys, he's my vintage guy. Like I buy stuff, he buys stuff, we trade. But usually it's that $20, $25 mark. He'll buy Polo Ralph Lauren or Vuori and trade it with me. And I have a couple t-shirts right here that I'm going to give him. But yesterday we met at the same thrift store, and before me, he found an Arc'teryx down 2XL vest, black, men's. And he's like, you're going to hate me. I'm like, I get it. Because I found really nice t-shirts too that I sell, like that one. I wish someone would tell me to go play. Yeah, I know, right? You can't. When you're that young, you just go play. Have fun, right? And the last time she was on here, I got a warning from TikTok. Eden is a cutie. At Depop, what is your discount to promote? Depop, when you boost, I think it's 8%. Uptown Cheapskate is decent for me. I can get jeans and shoes at decent prices. I'll look into it. I think they just put in a new Uptown Cheapskate in town. Might be the first one here in Indianapolis. We also have those Plato's Closets. I'll look. I just feel like they're usually overpriced. But I'm fine paying up if I can get more money out of it. How do you find an item really old or vintage? Any tips? How do you know or find your item is really old or vintage? Well, a lot of times the items made in the USA, it's probably like 2002 or new or older, and that would be vintage. So made in the USA is a clear indicator. Usually, if it's vintage, we'll start with just that piece. Next item. Let's keep it rolling. I got lots of pictures to take. Tyler's how it will likely be a game time decision tomorrow. Ooh, game time decision. That means he'll play. Adidas. Adidas, you're not going to go to the finals and not play. Even if you're hurt, you're going to play. Adidas 365 all the time. Just listed these two. Sold via promoted listings. $29. I sell these for $18.99. $3.99 to $18.99. That's how I make money to feed us with ramen noodles. These shorts right here. I've been to Uptown Cheesecake once. Everything was eBay prices or more. Jen, that's kind of how ours are here. Again, it could be just where we live or whatever. And again, I don't like making excuses, but I'm just telling the facts. When I go in there, the prices are high. And there just might not be like, they might not get the inventory that other places get, like in where K-Way goes or wherever. Here's a cool, this one sold via Nifty. It sold for $19.80. Just a small, cool KUHL polo shirt. Sold for $19.80 on eBay. Yeah, Luke, I would say I've seen a lot of hauls with that. So Luke said Plato's is good during their sales, which I need to sign up for their reward program or whatever. But yeah, that's what I've seen. People do thrift hauls with, like, I went to Plato's Closet, they had their whatever sale, and I got all this stuff. And it's been pretty impressive. Thrift store prices around you are outrageous. Yeah, they can get lost. You just got to find those items that they don't know about. Like that cool, there'll be other items here we'll talk about that they're not going to know about. Ooh, Dora. I hosted my first one-night show on Monday night. 12 sales in an hour with 8 people watching. Not too shabby. That isn't too shabby. Looks like I'll have some future shows with Close Mentor. Let's go. Yeah, that's great. I mean, 12 sales in an hour. I know you see people and whatnot, and they're like, sale, sale, sale. Every, boom, 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 boom. But if you think about it, like, we're hoping for 12 sales in a day. If you can do 12 sales in an hour, pretty good. Goodwill brand stores are the worst. They got rid of those after COVID. We had one here called Goodwill Vintage Vogue, and they basically just put in whatever brands they wanted and priced them up. It was ridiculous. Pair of Under Armour match play shorts, a lot like those Adidas 365 stretchy waistband. Sold one just like this, remember, over the weekend that were gray. This one sold for $19.99. I was pricing these at $23.99. They were not selling. So now I'm pricing them at $19.99, and they're selling great. That one sold it via promoted listing too. So it sounds like almost all my sales are either Nifty or promoted listing. Even the next one's promoted listing. I go when Plato's has their 70% to 90% off sale. All right. I need to get on their list. I wonder if I can do that online from home. I just got 25% on Plato's for my birthday month. Okay. See, that makes sense. If you can get 25% off some of their prices, like they'll have some shirts there that are $8 that will sell for like $20, $21. And I'm like, if there was full of those, I would get it, but I just can't do. But 25% off might make it worth it. Take a couple bucks off here or there. All right, Adidas. Do you guys remember the last time we were live, which was Monday? We got all these shorts, we cross-listed them, and I had them at a 38. And so I had to cancel the sale, put them at not cancel sale, in the item, change it to a 36, and we cross-listed it live. Well, they sold. For $26.99. These are new with tags, but I bought them from the thrift store for $3.99. $26.99 via promoted listing. Have I tried Better Lister AI yet? I haven't, but I have seen videos. Better Lister AI. That's Tech and Sports new AI thing, I think. But I looked at his videos, and then K-Way did a video on Nifty's AI, and it just, to me, it's a little bit pricey. It does a lot of stuff, but it's very eBay based. So something to try. But I haven't tried it yet, so I have no opinion on it. How's the shipping process on Whatnot? Is it the same like Poshmark? Shipping on process on Whatnot's easy. You'll set it up before your show. So really anything less than a pound will go out ground. Then anything 1 to 5 pounds will go out priority, and you can put it in. They say don't put it in flat rate boxes, which I don't, but you can get any priority box. So I usually use these large priority boxes. They're not flat rate, or these shoe boxes. Or you can use priority envelopes or padded flat rate, whatever, and ship them out. But yeah, it's pretty easy. I know, Amy. Gosh, Amy, you're quick on that. Quick on it. How's it? Let's see. Join the rewards program at Plato's. You get coupons. You'd crush the men's dress shirt section because they don't have the best brands. Yeah, shoes can sometimes be good. Yeah, I feel like no one's gonna buy their dress shirts, right? So that would be good call, Audra. You can sign up on Plato's website. I'm gonna do it. ChatGTP is amazing for keywords. Fun fact: last night I downloaded ChatGPT on my phone. I haven't bought it yet. I know Bearded like swears by it now. He loves it. But I downloaded it on my phone, the app, last night. And so we'll see how that goes. What was I go? Oh, I downloaded it because I was looking to make like a thumbnail or something. I didn't. I just made one. But I put out a video. Most of you guys don't need to watch it. But just a basic, like, how do I look up an item? How much is an item worth? That sort of thing. Very basic, like, how-to video. It's my whatnot in a box. It's my whatnot in a box. It's my whatnot. It's my whatnot in a box. There's a few things in there. I got a like new pair of Brooks Glycerin Max for $20 at Plato's. Sold fast for $100. See, I'd pay up for that. I'd do that for sure. Jennifer, what's up? Thanks for coming in and saying hi. What about those Pacers? We'll see, Debbie. Big game Thursday night, tomorrow night. Whatnot a lot easier than I thought and set up. Oh, Dora, you're talking about from your show. A lot easier what you thought. Don't be scared to try it. Yeah, don't be scared to try it. You said you didn't even have that many people in there. If you don't want to lose money on an item, just start it at a price you're comfortable with. That's what I would say. It is awesome for keywords. Now, would you guys have guessed I sold an REI jacket? An REI men's size small. A lot of people don't like men's size small. You guys know me. I don't care if it's size small. Amy D, do you care if it's a small? And this sold for $60. An REI lightweight rain jacket. It sold for $60 because of that. $60 for an REI jacket. I know. Crazy. Crazy. Better Lister is basically a website wrapped around ChatGPT. Not worth the cost. That's 50 cents per listing. Yeah, I talked to some people about that, and some people were on here saying how it really should only cost like a couple cents, a few cents per listing. But again, I haven't used it, so I don't know. Y'all can check it out and see how it works. Small packages need love too. I know. I mean, you know. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Good morning. What's up, 13 Ducky? So Gore-Tex, REI people, REI Gore-Tex. Be on the lookout for $5.99 into $60 on that. $60. What's up? Finally caught me live. What's up, Miss Clark? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it was a little bit different timing. I'm like, you know what? I don't have a ton to pack because my sales aren't super. I'm not having great sales right now. They're okay. So we'll go ahead and pack. Next item is, again, when I find Polo Ralph Lauren with a little pony on it, whether they be pants or shorts, I'm picking these up. $3.99. I used to pass these over, even if they're pleated, which pleated never used to sell. But now they're a thing, I guess. $19.99 full asking price. Polo Ralph Lauren shorts with a little pony. Buying them. How many items do you have listed? Just under 1,000. It's pretty sad. I used to have 1,500 before I got Nifty. I just could not get back there. And then I did a whatnot and sold all my women's clothing. So I'm under 1,000. My listed and unlisted clothing. Just started at $1, get rid of it all. So I have like no women's clothing. But I am still finding it. I'll have another whatnot when I get like 100 items or so. Start everything at $1. Just can't pass it up. Russell. Isn't Russell from Up? What percentage do you typically sell a day? I like to sell 1 to 2% of my store. So since I have just under 1,000, if I can sell 9 to 10 items a day between all my platforms, I'm happy with that. But really, I'm looking for 10 to 20. I like to sell 1 to 2% of my store a day. That's what I want. Hey, thanks, Shayna, for the gifts. That's what I like to do. Now, if you don't do that, zoom out, look at your week, things like that. Live packing, what's up? Good morning, good people. Everyone coming in. Any problems staying connected to Nifty? I haven't. But if you ever have issues with Nifty, just contact their customer service. Let's see. Right now, no, I can go to like my inventory and everything. Everything's popping up fine, connecting. So good right now. I know yesterday Google had an issue, like Google Apps. So so many apps were down just in general. It was for like 30 minutes or an hour. Pleated is back. Yuck. I know. Nasty. Use Nifty's auto listing tool. I can't say enough how good things about it. That's what people keep saying that. I need to try it. Maybe today I will. You do have to change a few things, but it saves so much time. I think I'm gonna have to try that. Nifty already has the AI tool. So the thing is, Tech came out with this program that's the AI. You take photos of your item, and the AI recognizes if you take the right pictures, the brand, the pattern, the size. It'll tell you everything. It'll bring it all in and put it in the listing for you. And Nifty has that. Doesn't have as much as Tech's new thing, but it has that. And it's part of Nifty. So you get the cross lister with that. You get the automation tool with that. You get the automatic delist with that. You get obviously the AI and your spreadsheet all in one spot. And so that's it. How big is my death pile? I have a ton of winter and fall items. I probably have like 12 bins full of winter and fall items. It's dwindling down my spring and summer. It actually went to about nothing, and then I thrifted and did a haul, and I have a couple boxes full now. What's up, AZ? Changing. AZ, why are you changing that? I like the Ninja Turtle ones. Multitasking and cross-lifting on Nifty. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's the easiest multitask. That's the biggest no-brainer, no thinking. Sorry, Tex. That's a solution looking for a problem. Sorry, Tech. That's a solution looking for a problem. It is. I don't know. I don't. I mean, we can critique or whatever, but I don't want to come in here and criticize whatever. I'm just comparing, right? I always compare. I get more sales on eBay than Poshmark. I like eBay better. That's just me personally. All right, next item is a pair of mountain khaki shorts. This one sold via Nifty. Nifty's sending out offers. Are they all doing that? Mountain khaki shorts. This used to be a brand that I would always pick up. Now I still pick it up, but they just don't sell like they used to. $15.30 for these. Meh. What's good, AZ? I was in your. What's good with you? I've been watching your whatnots. In there. You saw the other day you were selling pins. I was hoping one was a Mont Blanc. The one that was black, I was like, hold up the black one. I was hoping it was a Mont Blanc, which you would have probably known that. But yeah, I was in there. I snoop around. I'm in there snooping. I have horrible luck on Poshmark. Well, it's probably like 20% of my sales, total sales, I would say. 20% of my total sales. Let me make sure this is going to the right person, because this next item I don't want to mess up. Good morning, Gladys. What's up, Gladys? All right. We got some more. How many listings do you average a week? I try to do 70 to 120. I try to do 70 to 120 a week. That's my goal. And usually when I'm going, it works. Here we go. Are you not listing any more women's clothing on your eBay store? No. So what's up, Obed? I am not listing women's clothing anymore. I'm just putting it in bins, and then I'll just run a whatnot when I get like 100 items. That's my goal. So if I can find good women's clothing, this honestly is the truth. If I can find it $5 to $6, sell it on Whatnot for $12 or more, I'm fine with that. And that item that sells for $12 or more would probably sell for $20 or more on eBay, or $30 or more on eBay. So I'm fine with that. Even if I just sell it for $6, I get my money back. I just don't like leaving things behind that I know are worth decent money. I appreciate your support. Well, I didn't buy anything in Arizona, but I would have. How many sales do I typically get a day? I try to get, I really try to get 1 to 2% of my store, but I can tell you in the summer, it's a little bit slower. Any Pacers Youth XL or men's medium? I don't have any Pacers Youth, Ethan, but my wife does. We keep our Pacer stuff close to our heart here. We don't sell our Pacer stuff. What promote rate are you at? Do you fill out all the item specifics? No. So I'm at 9% promoting on eBay, especially right now in the summer. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping 9%. This next item sold via promoted listings. And do I fill out all the item specifics? No. That takes way too much time. I fill out, to me, what's most important. The pattern, maybe the material, but I do sell similar. So I look at someone's, I sell similar. A lot of times it's got all that crap filled out already, so I don't even have to fill it out. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Yeah, up for the game tomorrow. Just checking. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we love our Pacer stuff. And my kid is, he's starting to wear bigger sizes now, so he's got the jerseys. Also, my buddy Jack, he gave me a TJ McConnell game issued pair of pants. So I have that. I gave it to my son. He thinks they're like the coolest thing in the world. I want to host a Whatnot auction, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. Would it be weird to host a Whatnot auction with a baby? No. Go on to Whatnot and just scroll through, and it's very casual. There's people that sell stuff and, their background looks like mine, like a mess probably. Yeah, you can do it, whatever. If you're on Whatnot, I can tell you this. If you throw in a Whatnot show and you're throwing up Polo Ralph Lauren items like this or whatever, if you have good items, I'm in there and I'm buying. So it doesn't matter who's in the picture, who's there. I'm buying it if you got good stuff. How many hours a day do you work when you're listing? I would say, honestly, listing 3 hours a day. 3 hours a day, taking photos and listing, average probably, which means I can do a lot more. But in between there, I'll be thrifting, doing like some content, doing this. Packing this stuff would have taken me like 10 minutes, but maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, depending. Today I'll do a lot more, maybe more. It just depends how quick I work, if I get distracted. But the thing is, for example, Tech, you guys know Tech and Sports. Dude's a beast. He's a machine. I mean, he's there like, I didn't skip a day for 7 years. I woke up at 4 a.m., boots on the ground. I didn't stop till 10 p.m. at night. Same thing the next day for 7 years. Listen, I taught for 13 years. I did, all the stressed out stuff and all that sort of stuff. Now, if I can get by with making what I need to, some days where I'm like, hey, I can work 3 hours and then go to the pool with my daughter and whatever, like, there's life to live. I want to live that life. So Tech, machine. I mean, huge. Amazing what he's done. I'm just giving him an example. But that's just not me. That's not my style. So, yeah, I try to spend about 3 or 4 hours a day taking photos and listing. Is there any way to insert standardized description into eBay listing when you sell similar? Standardized description. What I do, Amy D, you know what I do. I have my description on my notes on my phone. And it's just it's just that blank statement description. I just copy and paste it. So I copy it, and then it lasts in my copy for about 3 or 4 listings, and then I just have to go back and copy it again. So it's super easy. I just use the same description. Every single one of my listings has the same exact description. Every single one. I don't add anything to it, unless it's an item with a flaw. Appreciate you. Thanks, Shayna. Yes, that's what I do. That's what I do, guys. I'm telling you, I'm basic. I'm saying this too. If eBay, you're watching, what's up, eBay? So I had a Zoom call with them. eBay's having me come out and I'm speaking. There's like, I don't know, maybe 20 of us that are speaking during the reseller conference in Vegas. And they're having me out doing a thing on listing 101. Y'all know how I am. I'm like, I will cut corners as long as it doesn't hurt my listing or hurt my sales. So I'm going to talk about just listing stuff from my phone probably, but like they might not like what I have to say about how I do it. No, they'll be fine with it. They obviously watch me or something, but I want to host. My Mercari account keeps disconnecting ever so often. I reached out. They said it was Mercari policy. Yes. So Mercari does disconnect from my Nifty ever so often, maybe like once a month. I just reconnect it. I don't know why it does it. Same thing. I get the same response from Nifty saying it's a Mercari policy thing. Morning, Mongoose. What's up? Finally felt the burn on Poshmark package being over 5 pounds. Guy bundled 9 items, including 5 pairs of jeans. Uh-oh. And jean jacket, 10 pounds is $22+. Does anyone know how to add more than 10 pounds? I don't know how to do that, Jaden. Someone will tell you, though, in here. Let's do 127 yard sale. It might be Bearded in Michigan in August. Oh, AZ, I would do it. I know Bearded would do it. He's all about that. Anything that we do that he can stay the night with me, he likes. He's always down for it. He texts me, when do you want to stay the night together? I'm going to have your Depop thing. I was suspended. Did you use same social? Ralph Black, ask that again. Ask me that question again. I saw a lot of ugly Christmas sweaters in the winter. I have probably 3 bins already. Yes, that's awesome. Yeah, and again, I always explain it. It's like a stock. You're going to buy Apple stock. And if someone said, you know, your Apple stock is going to go up 50% in the winter, I'm going to buy that stock and I'm going to hodl that stock or those sweaters. And then in the winter, I'm going to list those and get 50% more. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how I look at it. 4th Poshmark suspension catch up. It's already been lifted. Look at that. Nick has 4 Poshmark suspensions. That's double than anyone I've known. Hey, Nick, and it's already been lifted. People come into the search reseller community and they're like freaking out. I'm like, it's all right. It's all right. All right. Polo Sport got this at Ross. Sold it for $119 on eBay. I mean, can you? Again, they only had 1. Sucks, but whatever. Ever pick up Neely Lowton? Neely Lowton found a crazy pair of pants. Cubs are crazy. I do. And I sold it in my whatnot. My women's whatnot. So example, that's a brand. I don't like listing women's clothing. You think I'm going to leave that on the rack? Heck no. I'm going to bring that home and I'm going to put it on whatnot. Someone can get a good deal and then resell it or keep it. Pacers. That's right, Jeff. Let's go. What's up, nice comps? Spicy. Ooh, nice. I bet it's hot in Austin, Texas right now. Woo! I bet it's hot. It is hot. Okay, so those are our eBay sales, but we do have sales on all other platforms, which is great. One's down, the others pick it up. What promo rate are you at? Do you fill out all the item specifics? No, I don't fill out all the item specifics on eBay. I just usually put the most important ones. And then also, like I said, I sell similar for a lot of people. So if an item sold for someone, they probably had good item specifics, and it brings those over when I just list it for my phone, sell similar, and I'll go through there and maybe change the pattern or maybe the material. And then a lot of times I'll change where it's made because I don't look at that tag. I'll just not put where it's made. Like if it's made in Taiwan or China or wherever, they'll make stuff in Taiwan. It's usually like Philippines or Vietnam. Good morning from Bucky's. What's up, Bucky's? 85 this morning. That's not bad. 85. Where's that at, Lisa? On my phone. My watch is not connected to my phone for some reason. I don't know the temperature here. Cross listing is an educated art. Don't know. Didn't know you can't list electronics on Depop. Oh, yeah. I guess you can't do that. I don't do that. I don't list. I don't really have electronics. A lot of items I only list the posh, or like I have a stuffed animal, Doug and whatever stuffed animal. I listed that to, I think I cross listed that to Depop, and maybe not even Depop, maybe just Mercari and eBay, because Bearded sells a lot of that stuff on Mercari. You're welcome. Sell similar within your own store for everything list faster. Yeah, for sure. So you guys know I'm sitting here and I sell a ton of the same item over and over again. FootJoy shorts. I have these listed. I've sold these before. So I just sell similar out of my own store and makes everything even faster. These are size 30 FootJoy shorts. They sold on Depop for $18. They were boosted. Oh, thanks. Thank you. A thumbs up. Ovabs. I haven't seen you in here in a minute. I always see you over in K-Ways. I think we chat over there because I got a troll over there. What's your thoughts? Do you want to know my thoughts, Tim? Oh my gosh, you're opening up a can of worms. What are my thoughts? Let's see what the question actually is. What are my thoughts? FootJoy shorts. I still pick up FootJoy shorts. I just make sure they don't have T or ball marks on the front right pocket or left pocket if they're a lefty. My thrift store has Johnny Was tops new with tags for $20 a piece. I don't do women's clothing. Should I still pick it up? Yes. Tim, if they had Johnny Was for $20 a piece, I would pick that up in a heartbeat for sure. Johnny Was $20 a piece. Even if they sell for $50, it's worth it to me. $20 a piece, I'd buy those. They'll sell for more than $50. Where's your thrift store? Don't buy them. I'll just, if you live near me, where's your thrift store at? How about the Florida Panthers on the Stanley Cup win? Yeah, 2 win, back-to-back champs. Florida Panthers. How about that? I watched a few of their games and they look dominant. Even in the games that the Oilers won, they look dominant. They should have won those games. There's people snorting pills on whatnot. You'll be fine. True. Am I that far back in here? Talk about whatnot. Yeah. People are doing things on whatnot. They're crazy. Have you ever been to a K-Way shop show? Nasty. Did anyone watch Fever play yesterday? Caitlin Clark gets killed pretty much every game. It's nuts. I know. They're like out to get her. Everyone's so jealous. So jealous. I mean, I'm not trying to judge, but I'm judging. Girls get jealous. I mean, I already see it with the little one in here. The jealousy comes out early. And everyone's just jealous of Caitlin Clark. They are. It's wild here in Panther country right now. Oh, I bet it is. Is Panther, is that like Fort Lauderdale, Miami? Is that where it's at? What's up, Jay-licious? They should be thankful, not jealous. I know. Hey, Naptown, you know, we love our Caitlin Clark. This is the best pickup of the year. Caitlin Clark. This was not thrifted. This was bought retail. Because no one's going to be donating those. Create a keyboard shortcut for your descriptions. Super quick. I type in 2 letters. Yes, I do that too. Felix actually taught me how to do that, Hannah. I just forgot how to do it. So you can do you type in like 2 letters and it will pop up because your phone like recognizes that. It's a shortcut. It somehow went away and I have to figure out how to do it again. How you doing? What's up, J-List? How you doing? You should do that TikTok trend where you call K-Way and Bearded just to tell them good night. Is that a trend? I don't watch a whole lot on TikTok. Is that a trend? I do it. I'll look that one up. How do you set up the shortcut? Amy D. What's up, Kayla? Speaking of, Kayla, are you out? Okay. They said they were, well, she didn't say. Wayne said he was thrifting all day today. Probably stuck Kayla at home with the kids. Am I right? Is that what happened? He probably stuck you home with the kids. The shortcut, Amy D. I don't know it. Felix, where are you at? Felix has a video on it, I think. If you follow Felix on TikTok, I think he has a video on it. I'm almost positive. They said I'm doing the 127 yard sale. If not in Florida, is it go all the way down there? Starts in Michigan. Where's it go to? I'm late. Happy Hump Day. What's up, Hump Day? I'm home drafting. I figure. Look, Kayla's at home drafting. I always say she's like the running back. She's the workhorse of their family. He just likes to look at himself on the screen. I tell him all the time, like, you have to go live every day or you don't feel complete because you like to look at yourself every day. Here you guys go. Boop. Pin this comment. There you go. Felix and video in the same sentence. I know, AZ. He makes videos every once in a while and they're really good. All right, here's Nick talking about Poshmark for those people asking. Over Poshmark for now, just focusing on eBay and scaling up. There you go. There you go. I have no problem with that. I think that's awesome. There's a couple here in Indy that absolutely destroy it. They list 120 items a day on eBay, and they only sell on eBay because that's what they just want to scale up on eBay, and they don't want to cross list or anything. They just want to be on eBay, and they destroy it. 120. It's a couple, a girl and a guy. 120 items a day. I talked to their mom who thrifts a lot of stuff for them. Just amazing, crazy. Oh my G. Depop logs out every month and doesn't use a password. Just get magic link and Nifty does not recognize. It takes me 2 days to get reconnected through Nifty. Does it? I don't know what the Depop thing. Hey, thanks for the hearts. My Nifty plug is that I list everything as I get it, but the relist keeps my winter items fresh without me having to remember to do it manually. Oh, for sure. So Nick, and that's also a good thing. So Nick's Nifty plug is it keeps your off-season items fresh. So when that season comes in, those items will be listed and eBay thinks they're new listings, which is great. Also, if you wanted, Nifty will decrease. You can decrease your item every time it's relisted or recreated by a certain percentage. If you just want it listed for like a month, and then every month after that, decrease it by 2% or 5%. What's up, Nicole? Are they listing clothing? That's highly impressive if they're doing 100 pieces of clothing. They are. They list clothing. They list clothing, just clothing. And I know it because I follow their store, and they sell a ton a day. They sell a ton a day. A day between two people, yeah. And it's doable, guys. If you think about it, if you sat down and you had a good system going, and you're listing 120 items a day, and you're doing that for a long time, more than likely everything you're taking photos of, you can sell similar from your own store, which takes 30 seconds, right? So if you get that system down, take photos, and you don't look on your phone, and you just listen to music, you could knock that out. 60 items, you could knock that out. It would just be like a full-time job, which it'd be like a full-time job. Can you remind me of where I go to open a store? Thank you. For eBay, is that what you're talking about? Open a store on eBay? Just go to Google and type in get an eBay store, and it'd probably have you there. Probably help you out there. My best is 25 in one day on clothing, but that's because I do a lot of one-off or vintage pieces too. That's what I'm referring to, Jay Licious, and you know what I'm talking about. If you're doing one-off pieces, then you're gonna have to look up that comp, find it one similar, sell similar. But when you're doing the items that are the same thing over and over, it's so much quicker than doing those one-off items. I'm with you. The one-off items take a lot longer to do. You should be over 100 a day. Should be over 100 a day in Austin. Weather's kicking butt and making money. Let's go. Perfect weather for kicking butt and making money. Look at that. Positivity. Over 100, but it's perfect weather to make money. Let's go. On your eBay listings, what do you do your best offer with a buy it now? On your eBay listings, do you do best offer? Teresa, so I do best offer with the buy it now on most of my items over $30. So those are kind of the one-offs. For example, let's say like this pair of Abercrombie & Fitch shorts. This pair of Abercrombie & Fitch cargo shorts. I'll probably I don't know if I do exactly, but I'd probably list these at like $34 or best offer because I have room on those. But if there's an item that there are a ton listed, like Polo Ralph Lauren cargo shorts, there's a ton of these listed online. I list these at the low end of the market, and I don't take a best offer, and I sell them that way. My Depop was suspended and they want to reinstate. I'm going to make another account on my son's email, but put in my social security number for 1099. They catch it. I don't know. So when I made my new Depop, the only thing I had to change was my phone number, my email address, and I had to use a different IP device, so a different device. I don't know if you can use this. I'm sure you can open up 2 stores, Ralph Black. I'm sure, because people do that with eBay. You can have 2 stores, put in your social for both. Me too. It's 75 degrees in Lafayette. Ooh, so it's probably about the same here, Julie. 75 degrees in Lafayette. It's quiet in Lafayette this time of year because college, Purdue's gone. I used to live in Lafayette during that time. I worked at my apartment complex so I could get my free rent. Electronics sell for a premium on Posh. It's sneaky. Doesn't seem like the platform for it. Nick, ooh. So you guys have electronics. Make sure you cross-list them over to not Depop, but Poshmark. If Puma's banned from eBay, how there's so many listed and sold? I wouldn't list my kid shirt. Okay, so Puma did a big thing with eBay where they like zeroed everybody who had Puma, and then eBay was like, we're not gonna have that. So I'm pretty sure you can list Puma now on eBay. Pretty sure. I thought Johnny was a Vero on eBay. I don't know. Not for sure. Would you buy a Louis Vuitton knit sweater for $327 from the thrift store? No. Those high-end items, I have to get cheap for the most part, unless it's a very popular one, because they sit for a little bit too. When you first started, what was your goal to make each month? I honestly really didn't have a goal of money-wise to make each month because I don't really have control over how much money I can make. I just have control on how many items I can post, right? So it was more for, even to this day, it's more of a posting goal than a money goal. So, I mean, if it comes with the territory, you post, you're going to make money. So for me, it's more of a posting goal. Had an empty cigar box removed from eBay for embargoing goods. Any way to go around it? Probably. You could probably just put cigar box and put the price on it if it's more expensive. But you should be fine with that. But I don't know. Is it worth it? If you get a couple of those on eBay, eBay will like destroy you and suspend your store. So don't do that. Since you don't do best offer on some items, I'm assuming you don't have offer sent on Nifty. I do. I know it's weird. I know it sounds crazy and weird and counterintuitive, but I don't have best offer on a lot of items, but I still have Nifty send 10% offers on everything in all of my stores. So I still have that done. I just don't do best offer. I guess it just saves me from a lot of lowball offers on eBay on items I know I'm not going to take less on. Here you guys go. Settings, general keyboard shortcuts for that iPhone. It's text replacement. Just search it on your settings. Text replacement. Dang, I'm real far behind. He made her go thrift with the kids. He's at home eating ice cream. Yeah, it's probably what he's doing. You know, he's probably not even awake. I'm just reading through some of these. I got hired at Goodwill and get a 33% discount. Dang, our Goodwill employees get 10% on top of whatever. So it's not that great. I'm pretty sure they get 10. What's your name? 120 pieces a day in clothing. Clothing team, please. I don't know if I should give their name, their seller store. I don't know. I don't want to give their store because it's not my business to do that. But I look at their store and they list so much. What's your chart? But they list their thing. The people that list 120 items a day, their thing is they buy those items that most people won't. They get a lot of their sales come between that $15 and $18 mark, which a lot of people don't buy those items, and they do, and it adds up. So they pretty much have a limited supply of items at that price point. We're all distracted. If you truly shut off the world and just listen, you'd be surprised how much you can do every day. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're so distracted. If you just list your items, you'll be surprised how much you can do a day, for sure. 114 in Phoenix. Dang. Yep, no post office tomorrow. Cha-ching King has a lot of good videos. Cha-ching King has a lot of good videos on how to start eBay. Anything else you need to learn? There you go. I just started last night. I didn't, again, you guys won't want to watch it, but it's just a video on how to find out how much something's worth on eBay. It's the most basic, very first step of looking up comps on eBay. Or if, like, your grandma wants to know how much something's actually worth on eBay. I talked about it. Like, people go on eBay all the time and say this sells for 60. No, it doesn't. Let's see how much it actually sells for. That's what that video is about. I think the cigar box issue, if you use the word Cuban, did you use the word Cuban in that cigar box? Did you use Cuban cigar box? Yeah, that could be it. That's a good point. Hi from California. What's up, Vernon? All right, let's get to, oh my gosh, I'm sore. I did lunges yesterday. Ugh. Depop sales. No, one more Mercari. Yeah, one more Depop. This is a Nike polo shirt, just a regular Nike polo shirt, sold for $17.11. So that was a nifty sale. $17.11 for that one. Lay days always linger at this age. I know. It's going to be worse tomorrow. It's always worse 48 hours after. But I'm going to put a little run in today and hopefully be all right. Hopefully be all right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Trying to do better. Going to eBay Open. I got to look presentable. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? On Depop, do you do hashtags for visibility? Listen, you're asking. I don't. I'm really bad about it, guys. I just list stuff on eBay the way eBay wants me to, and I just cross list over to Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. I don't do anything with those platforms other than just cross list. And I get sales rolling in. So I don't spend too much time on those platforms doing anything specific. Now, I know like Nice Comps might be on here. She has a whole, I think she made a what do you call those? We call it teacher pay teachers, but like an Etsy list of keywords you can use for Depop. Look at this. Look at this nice compliment. Thanks, Kim. Just want to say hi. Thank you. Came across one of your videos a few months ago, started selling 2 months ago, and sold 107 items with 328 listing. Dang, 328 listing in a few months. Friend of me from OKC. Listen, appreciate you coming in, Kim. OKC is such a good team. Like, you guys are so good. You're gonna beat them. Like, we had our chance. You guys are so good. So I'm happy for either team to win the championship because neither one have, even though I'm a diehard Indiana fan. So congratulations, you're going to win. I already know that. Viore shorts, men's Viore shorts, these sold for $29.70 on Mercari. Nifty sent out an offer. I started jogging and felt so out of shape. Felt like I was pulling every muscle imaginable. When did you start? When did you start jogging, Nick? I know. But for anyone that's like, I've run half marathons before. I know that if you haven't run for a long time or exercised, that first few days and week is miserable. But then all of a sudden you're going to be like, wow, I couldn't even jog a mile a week ago. And now I can actually jog a mile without stopping pretty easily. So you get that back pretty quickly. My lovely Mercari label, the little itty bitty guy. Hey, it works. I'm not changing it. What up, Sean? If I got Coach purses at a garage sale, and I'm not sure if they are authentic, can I list them on eBay as long as I disclose that? I don't know, Michelle. That's a good question. I don't know. Guys, what do you think? I don't know. I don't list that sort of thing. For that reason. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure on Depop and stuff you could. So I'm not sure. Especially with Halliburton hurt. I know, Naptown, that's why I'm saying that. I mean, even if we win tonight with Halliburton hurt, I thought he was out for sure, Tyrese Halliburton. our point guard. But they said now, I just saw an update that he's a game time decision, which tells me that dude's playing. You're not going to be in the finals. Good chance. I mean, there's a good chance. I mean, look, Reggie Miller, you might not never get there again. I mean, he got there, what, once or twice? I'm 2 weeks in, and it's gotten better. It does improve fast. I know the jogging, it does. 2 weeks in, good for you, Nick. Good morning, Carolyn. Okay, they need to let him sit before he snaps an Achilles. That's true. Okay, you're right. You're right. Think future. Okay. Well, yeah. It was a high ankle sprain, right? High ankle, like in the ankle. So this was first for me. A pair of Roan pants. Roan, R-O-H-N. You guys know this brand. If you don't, there it is. You're going to look at the inside pocket for it. But these sold, and they also have little stitching. You can see the little X's. All their pieces, like Lululemon has up here with this. The little stitches right there. Roan does the same. But these were unique because they were joggers with a zipper. So these were joggers with a zipper. Roan pants joggers with a zipper. They sold for $35 on Poshmark. Really good. So if you find Roan pants with the, they're like a jogger with a zipper, get them. They have authentication apps for that. There you go. For that Coach purse, they have apps for that. Yes, I bought 7, sold them within a day or so. Disclose that there's nothing about them. Okay, there you go. Coach is a killer on fakes. It is 100% illegal to sell counterfeit items, even if you disclose it. Okay, so I would probably get that app, kind of like with shoes and check, and just see what they have to say. See what those apps say. Like check, you enter in your shoes, all the pictures, and then come back and tell you if it's real or fake. Probably the same thing with purses. Take a picture of the logos, the zippers, all sorts of things like that, I'm guessing. Would you sell a New Era cap if you didn't know if it was real or fake? New Era, I don't even know. I probably wouldn't even list it. No, because even if it was real, the New Era doesn't sell for a whole lot of money. That should have gone in priority. All right, so everyone replied, you're good. Next item, these just aren't selling like they used to. The polo shirts, guys, I'm just saying like it is. I have a bin full of them down there, so I really don't pick them up very often anymore. But RLX golf polos they really don't hit for me. I mean, a plain one, they just don't sell that well for me. I took a best offer of $15, and this was, I saw the picture when they offered. I saw it was on my hardwood floor, so I knew it was an older listing. And I'm like, get it out of here. Because if it doesn't sell in the next month or two, then it's probably going to be there for another year. People usually aren't buying polos in the winter. That's going out priority because it's Poshmark. So 5 into 15, make my money back a little more. It is what it is. Ooh, I didn't get a box for this one. Let me get a box. You guys look at my butt while I walk away. All right, hold on 1 second. That's my box closet. So I sold a hat. I put the hats in these boxes that are 8x6x4. So I enter an 8x6x4, and most of the time they're less than a pound. So I usually put like 10, 11 ounces, depending on the hat. I'll show you what the hat is. It sold for $19. $19 on Poshmark. Whoa, I did get a box. Never mind. This is what I did. I already made a box. I know this is overkill, but it's Poshmark, and instead of using my 60, 70 cents box, I'm just going to use a free box. Since it's Poshmark, I'm putting this itty-bitty hat in this big old box. It is what it is. Hot dog down a hallway. All right. In your pacemaker shorts. That gets tread. That gets a lot of tread. It's pace breaker shorts, but put pacemaker. And so a lot of people are like, pacemaker, those aren't pacemaker. Pacemaker is what you put in your heart. it gets tread that way. Just got to say a wrong thing here or there. Polo Ralph Lauren hat. It got a little pony. It's got your back little guy right there. Leather strap, $20. Could have sold for more, but whoever had it, they cut the end of it off. So, yeah. Polo Ralph Lauren hat. I don't like it because it doesn't go down far enough. I just don't like it. It doesn't go down far enough. So we'll put that in a bag and put it in this box. Call that a day. Would you post a football jersey when it is off season or wait? If you have nothing to post, I would post it. If you have nothing to post, I would post anything you had year round. But again, I prioritize. So I prioritize football stuff for like August. August is the perfect time to post college or NFL stuff because, like I say in the past, everybody thinks their team's going to do really well. They're hyped. They're going to wear their stuff. Come October, you have a better idea that your team sucks or they're still good. And the teams that suck, people aren't buying their inventory. There's the stuff, the swag. So overkill on this hat, but guess what? It's on Poshmark, so I'm shipping it in this. I like the AI tool on this thing, but I wish you could do schedule them. I don't think I'll use it that way. I bulk list and schedule. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's so many ways to list. There's a million ways to make money and probably a million ways to list, right? You're waiting for that shiny Dazzler to try on? Let me try these on for you, Nick, right here. Huh? Make that post. I got to do some more jogging like you before I can make a picture with those. What do you consider good profit amount per item? I'm struggling with reselling being truly worth it. Most items barely $10 profits after cost of goods. Just thinking to know how you rationalize. Girly girl, that's a really good question. So what would you consider a good profit? I guess you have to put time into that. Time is a factor. For $10 profit, I don't want to spend more than 2 minutes taking photos and listing that item for a $10 profit. So that means I'm listing an item that I already have for sale or that I've already sold. That way I can take the photos quickly because I've taken tons of photos of that same item. I know exactly what I need to take. That will take 30 to 40 seconds. And then I can go on my phone, sell similar of the item that I already have. My shipping policies, my description, everything's the same. I just change the pictures, maybe the size and the color, and hit list for a $10 profit. So if you're buying something that you're going to have to look up and it takes you 5 minutes to make a $10 profit, you're going to have to decide if it's worth it for you or not. But when I was reselling as a part-time hustle, I would be looking for more of like a $20 profit or more. I didn't start doing $10 profit until I was full-time doing this. Do you do style tags on Posh? I feel like I spend too much time trying to figure out the tags. I don't do style tags. But again, I'm selling mostly men's clothing, so it's not as difficult as women's clothing. So hopefully that answers your question. Breaking news. All right. That's it, everybody. Appreciate you guys coming in. Hopefully you got some answers or some questions answered. And if I didn't answer them, I just didn't want to lie to you. Not sure if you mentioned it already, but a reminder, no mail service tomorrow. Yeah, guys, reminder, Juneteenth tomorrow, no mail service. I think banks are closed. I think the stock market's closed. You cannot buy or sell your stocks tomorrow, nothing. So just be aware. I think we underestimate $10 to $15 profits. If you get one that sells and lists for 4 hour, list 4 an hour, that's $40 to $60 an hour of overtime. Yeah. Nick, it's a really good point. That actually went through my mind too. So if it takes you, let's say 10 minutes to list an item and you're only making $10 profit on that item, if you sell 6 of those, if you do 6 of those in an hour, that's $60 an hour. And for most people, $60 an hour is good money. So look at it that way too. $60 an hour. To most people, that's decent money. Think about it as overtime. Part-time and $10 is my profit margin. ChatGPT has been great in helping me research items. There you go. So Chris uses ChatGPT to research items. Boom. Yeah. So, and honestly, nowadays with competition and the thrift stores pricing up here and there and then putting stuff on shopgoodwill.com and things like that, you're not going to find those really big grand slam hitters. You still will, but not as often. So that's just where we are. But you can make a full-time job out of it easily. I didn't realize Dansko's clog shoes were a good seller. Dora, I haven't had luck with those. I was selling those for a while and they just completely kind of dropped off. So I stopped selling those. I'll have to look those up again. Dansko clog shoes. And now I know they make a ton of other stuff, sandals and things like that. Thank you guys. Have a good day. You too. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.